Here are some recent reads. Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Zach with Zacks Books, and today I've got a recent reads for you. It's been a little while since I've been in front of the camera, so bear with me. It might be a little blah. Also, Maverick is in his high chair. He just ate some bananas, and now he's trying to eat some Cheerios. He's dropping a lot of them. So just bear with us here. He might be making a lot of squeaks and squawks. Don't forget to check out everything down below. We'll post these 3 books down there. It's also the Bookstagram, Danielle's channel. We are trying to get back into the swing of things here. So yeehaw, giddy up. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And oh yeah, also I hit 5,000 subscribers while our hiatus happened. So awesome with that. Thank you. Next goal is 6. Woo! Alright, let's get into the books. Alright, first book up. This is a big one here because this ended, I'm just going to say it, Hearts in Atlantis by Stephen King. What this book means is I have finished all of Stephen King's fictional writings. I have finally read all 72 books, something like that, and I finally read this book. The only thing I'm going to say with this review here is bear with me because I started this probably a month or 2 ago. So my thoughts might be a little shaky with it because I started and then we took a big pause here. So this book, we're following a gentleman whose name is Bobby Garfield. And the first story is Low Men in Yellow Coats, which is by far the longest and by far my favorite in this series of short stories, broken down novel, whatever the heck you want to call this. And I really liked Bobby as a character when he was younger. I will say, so my overall thought on this book, I'm going to settle on I think 3.5 stars with this book. It's not really a favorite. I didn't really hate it. I just because of the break I took, and I just didn't really like the vibe of the story I was dealing with here. The first story, Low Men in Yellow Coats, I would give 5 stars. But in my honest opinion, how do I want to phrase this? I know with Revival, we're following the one guy kind of as he was growing up in life and everything like that, but everything kind of would eventually revolve around the Reverend he was dealing with. In this book, we kind of start off with like, oh, there's Ka, there's like Dark Tower references, there's this, there's that, and it's like, whoa. And the rest of the book, in my opinion, kind of felt like a crappy version of Forrest Gump. I really don't have another way to put it. Because that was what I was thinking of the whole time I was kind of reading this. It was like, okay, this guy's going through his life. There's some chick he's trying to deal with that he keeps trying to remember. Carol, I think is what her name is. And honestly, I just thought of Forrest Gump most of the time I was reading this book. And it like didn't work for me. I didn't like it. The ending is kind of what saved it, along with the first story. I don't know. We're following this guy, and like I say, he's just kind of going through life, and that's kind of the thing that, like, you know, it's just annoying to me. I just like couldn't vibe with this story, and I don't know if it was just because of the long break I took in between them. It's probably what it was. So when I do my rereads of all the King books here, this one is something I'm definitely going to need to readdress because of the big hiatus I took. Also, with me finishing King's catalog of fictional work, a official ranking video will be coming out with all 72 or 73 books that he has written. I am going to rank all of them for you. I'm not going to do a tier list. That might come eventually. But I'm going to be doing a ranking of my absolute favorite number 1 all the way to my dog crap last one, the one I didn't like at all. And I'm going to tell you, it's going to take me a little while because honestly between 1 and like number 30 or even 40, I'm going to have a bunch of 5 stars. It's going to be ridiculous how annoying this is going to be. Like I have my bottom ones, I have my top ones, all the ones in between are going to be like OMG. So, Hearts in Atlantis. There you have it. The last King book that I needed to read, and it's done. So, get ready for the ranking video. It might take a little bit, but that'll be coming soon. So, there you have Hearts in Atlantis by Stephen King. Alright, next up is a book that I actually DNF'd. And that is Your Shadow Half Remains by Sunny Moraine. This book, we got this book, we got it from the library. Danielle said that it kind of had vibes of Bird Box. I think that's what you said, Bird Box?
From what I heard.
Yeah. Where you can't see things, you can't do, you can't, like, see. The premise of this book is basically we're following this chick named Riley, and the way how this, like, disease plays out is if you make eye contact with someone, you, like, want to kill them. It's a really weird premise. It sounds like Bird Box in a sense. Like, you can't look at people, you can't look at things, otherwise, like, you get driven to madness. You want to go on a killing, murderous spree. But throughout, like, the part I read, I got maybe halfway through, and this is not really a long book, and I just couldn't get through it. Like, you maybe get, I don't know. The issue I had with it is there were scenes where it sounded like people were looking at each other, and nobody had any issues. So I don't know if at some point it was mentioned that, like, some people are immune to this, but the vibe I got was it was everybody. So that's why I got really confused. This new chick moved in down the street from Riley, and, like, I just didn't get it. Like, it was supposed, like, the premise is kind of Bird Box-ish, but at the same time it's like, oh, but you can look at somebody. Oh, you can look at somebody. I just didn't quite grasp the concept fully, and I don't know if that was just me being stupid and I'm, like, wrong, but I don't know. I didn't get it. I DNF'd it. If you are a fan of this book, pitch me your reasoning why without spoiling anything. Maybe I'll give it another chance, but I know Danielle wants to read it too. So there you have Your Shadow Half Remains by Sunny Moraine. Alright, the last book I'm going to talk about is in contention for probably Book of the Year. I kind of have, like, a top favorites as of right now. I'm going to do, like, a Q1, like of the year so far kind of video coming up soon, possibly. By possibly, I mean I'll probably end up doing that. But the book I'm talking about is We Spread by Ian Reid. So I read, what's it called? I'm Thinking of Ending Things. I didn't really like it, and so this book I was kind of like, whatever, I don't know what to expect. And Danielle said that pretty much 99% of the people she's, like, seen reviews from for this book have cried at the end, or something like that. This book, we're following an elderly woman named Penny, who her partner has passed on, and she's just trying to kind of go through life. She's on the older side, she can't do a lot of things, and one day what happens is she falls off a chair trying to change a light bulb, and she wakes up, and the landlord's there, takes her to a home, or they don't really want to call it a home, but takes her to this place, and this woman named Shelley is, like, the person in charge, with her, like, assistant or somebody who works there named Jack, and 3 other older people, Ruth, Hubert, and Peter? I don't think it's Peter. I can't remember the last guy's name, and I just read this book. He just wasn't as important as the other ones. So this book, and basically the book going forward is, like, her just trying to get through life in this place now. I had a prediction at one point. I was completely wrong, and which I'm not surprised. She's, like, a retired artist, and her husband was an artist, and so, like, she's trying to, like, get back into drawing and all this stuff. I really like this book. I thought it was really, the ending was actually really depressing. I did not cry, but it was really sad. So I definitely can see why people would cry at the end of this book. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I thought it was really good, and I'm definitely going to give this 5 stars. So like I said, in contention for potentially Book of the Year, maybe. Obviously I'm like 20 books behind, and we're only in April, so doing really good again this year. Alright, so there you have We Spread by Ian Reid, and that pretty much wraps up this recent reads. Again, Stephen King catalog now done. An official ranking video will come out soon. Doubt that'll be my next video. It might be the Q1 video I was talking about. But yeah, again, we'll link these 3 down below. Danielle is eventually going to read Your Shadow Half Remains, so on her channel she'll probably have something where she'll talk about it, and maybe she'll like it. Again, her channel will be linked down below along with these 3 books. And what's something you've read recently? Make sure you let me know in the comments. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And also thank you for 5,000 subscribers. Let's get to 6. Later.